Oh, thank you guys for joining us in this video. And there was one thing I had to say after SummerSlam Night 1. I love you, Solo. Who doesn't love themselves some Solo Sikoa? Definitely my MVP of the night. But I'm here to review and talk about predictions for night number 2. So let's talk about night number 1 real quick. We won't go too much into detail because I'm sure some of you guys saw it, and if you didn't, there is a highlight on the website for WWE. You can watch the highlights. It's not going to give you everything because some great moments happened, and I was looking at it, and it doesn't have all of it. But Io Sky, Liv Morgan opened up the night. Very great opener. Very great action. I like this match a lot better than their Night of Champions matchup. I thought it was a lot better. I think their chemistry got better off of it. It ended with essentially Io blocking a Oblivion, and then she tried to block it again, and it was all just like that. And then the Oblivion ends up hitting up Io. But I think a lot of us knew that Liv was going to win because she wasn't going to lose again to Io Sky because we know the booking patterns of it. So they probably have one more to go between these two ladies, and then that will be the end of that. I don't know if Liv will take it or Io will take it. I think Liv will take it just because it looks like we're in the era of Liv right now. So, I mean, it was a good match. It was much better than the Night of Champions matchup. I enjoyed it. You always know Judgment Day shenanigans and shadukeries and shadabrados. And, yeah, that was not bad at all. Not a bad matchup. Definitely a good start. And then we got ourselves a 6-man tag. My dogs are acting crazy right now. Hold on. Must have been going crazy because they knew I was about to talk about the next match, the 6-man tag match. Team Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, and Royce Keys against Jacob Fatu, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso. And honestly, this was a lot more fun than I expected it to be. Mainly Solo Sikoa doing the warning shots and the little handgun gestures, and then blah 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 blah. You know, that kind of stuff. And it was amazing. It was fun to watch that side of Solo, and it's great to see him as a babyface. I'm glad he didn't turn. I'm glad he's going through this run right now because, man, is entertaining to see. He even ran it back. He ran back the yeet, his own variation of the yeet, and I was down for it. That is how you do a yeet in the middle of a match. That is what you do it for. And I love the expressions of Jey Uso on it, man. He was like, I'm gonna tell somebody, or I'm gonna get big cousin Jacob to kick your ass kind of situation. It was a fun match. I really enjoyed this match more than I thought I was going to enjoy it. LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys picking up the win. I think everybody was looking good in this one. I think it was an entertaining matchup, and I was down with it. And it was what it was. It wasn't like, oh my god, the greatest match of all time, but it was a fun matchup nonetheless in this matchup. So then after that, we ended up getting Nick Aldis and Gunther, and Gunther's entrance was Gunther's entrance, but Nick Aldis, man, I was glad to see him back. I was glad to see him in the ring. First match in WWE, right? First match of his career in WWE, and maybe his last in WWE. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But definitely impressed by him. I've always been impressed by him when he was in NWA as the world's champion, when he took on Cody Rhodes at All In. It was dope to see him out there in a giant moment like this against Gunther. Great matchup. If you're into like wrestling, this was a good matchup. I'm not saying this was the greatest wrestling matchup, but Nick Aldis definitely looked good for someone who hasn't been having a huge match like that in years. So great on Nick Aldis. One of the best surprises of the nights. It was a great match so far. I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. It's not my favorite SummerSlam ever, but it's a good SummerSlam. It's an entertaining one nonetheless. So Nick Aldis definitely proved that if he wants to keep going, he could probably still keep going and make great matches. And Gunther got the W, but Aldis didn't look like a loser. Yeah, he tapped out, but who hasn't tapped out to Gunther, man? There's some names that have tapped out to him that are huge. Cena, AJ, you know. Well, AJ didn't tap out. He passed out, right? Still, great match either way. And then after that matchup ended, we saw Mickie James come back in. I popped hard for Mickie James because I've always been a huge Mickie James fan. Always loved her. But she came out. That's his wife and their son. I'm like, that kid's gonna be a wrestler one day. Both parents are wrestlers. Come on now. I'm thinking maybe he will, maybe he won't. And then we saw the Bellas and Paige against the Fatal Influence. It was a good match, but I think it was more just to have Paige take the L and start the beginning of this feud between the Bellas and Paige and whoever Paige chooses. I know the rumor is probably AJ Lee to put AJ and Paige against the Bellas again. And if it's that's what it is, and that's what it is. There's first 30 an audience. I didn't like the involvement that Paige had. She didn't have much involvement in the matchup, and she just came in to take the pin and get beat like that. You know, I like Paige. I think Paige is very good, and I wish to see a better portrayal for her, but it was what it was, and we'll see how she gets her revenge on the Bellas. And I think this is better for the Bellas, but Brie Bella did suffer a shoulder injury in this matchup, so we'll see how that goes down. But Nikki just always works better as a heel, and that's why I'm okay with that. If Nikki works better as a heel, I'm much better with liking the Bellas like that. I don't like Nikki Bella when she's a face, because I don't think it resonates with me. It does not resonate with my group, with my people. And she does much better work as a heel. She does great work. And then, so we'll see what happens there between the Bellas and Paige, and see if Paige gets some backup, because she'll have to get some backup. And then it was CM Punk against Cody Rhodes for the WWE championship, Undisputed Championship. Punk the champion, Cody the challenger. Cody had a great start, a great entrance, by the way. I thought it was pretty cool. The whole Street Fighter thing, and you have everybody on the side right there. You can see all the characters. Becky Lynch was one of those characters because she's the greatest wrestler of all time. So great on Cody Rhodes for acknowledging that and putting her up there, because she deserves it. Becky Lynch, greatest wrestler of all time. Not just me saying it, by the way, guys. Not just me. Everybody's saying it. Sports Illustrated saying it. I had to put a reference to Becky Lynch. Come on, that's my favorite wrestler of all time. So great entrance by Cody Rhodes. Great start for him. A fantastic matchup. Honestly, this was a great storytelling matchup between Punk and Rhodes. Rhodes was just being aggressive, being more, I'm gonna freaking destroy you. And Punk had I had a moment where it did concern me, because he went for that. Cody went for the springboard, and then Punk came down. And Punk hit him with the leg, and his leg just looked. He hit him with like a kind of big boot kind of thing, but his leg, you can see. I'm like, I hope he stretched before that. I really do, because I know when I move like that, and I stretch and I don't stretch, oh baby, that thing's gonna hurt. But I'm sure Punk stretch. He's a professional. He's a constant. He's a great wrestler. One of my favorites as well. But that definitely played into the story of Punk's leg, and it was great storytelling there with Punk's weakness. And you're thinking, okay, if Cody's gonna win, it's gonna be somehow because of Punk's leg. It's gonna be somehow like that. Pretty much the end came to sports entertainment booking. Essentially, Cody's going for his cutter, I believe. From what I remember, he's going for the cutter. Punk gets a little bit out the way, and Charles Robinson's right there, takes the bump. Great job on Charles Robinson for always taking the bump. And then Cody gets knocks him out, and then out of nowhere you start seeing people looking around, and you're like, who the fuck's coming out? I'm like it's gonna be Drew McIntyre's bitch ass, isn't it? No, it was Randy Orton. And great. A lot of people complained that Randy didn't come right back after WrestleMania, and for him to come out here tonight, it was definitely worth the wait. And it's one of these moments, I think it's like you have to be patient for the story to tell itself, and I can't wait to see what Randy and Cody do up next. I think Randy's going to beat Cody in the next matchup, and then they'll have a blow-off match, and then that's it. Cody takes that feud, because that's the profession of professional wrestling. And Punk wins the matchup, and I can't wait to see for who's going to be taking on Punk next. I feel like it should be Finn Bálor, but I can see them going with Sami, but I'll talk about that a little later. But great match as well too. Wasn't the main event, but it definitely felt like a good main event spotlight. Could have been the main event spotlight, but they did the right choice. The great main event of Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. It deserved it. And whoever expected to see like a 7-star classic, you obviously don't know WWE that well. This match was fucking entertaining. I don't care what people say. I don't care. Have you found entertainment? Hell yeah. But this match was great. Oba, Brock just fucking throwing everything at each other, attacking each other, beating the shit out of each other. That's perfect. That's great. That's what we want to see. Just those two going at it. And we got it tonight. And yeah, there was maybe some more that we wanted, but I feel like we were there. I think we were good. We knew that Oba was going to win. We knew Brock was going to give him everything. And it's a Hell in a Cell matchup. If you're expecting like the Hell in a Cell of Mankind and Undertaker, like, dude, no one's going to throw themselves off the top of the cell like that. Again, come on. That's crazy shit. But definitely a great Hell in a Cell match for me. I was enjoying it. Loved the ending of Brock coming in and telling, look, I'm the past, you're the future. Great way of passing off the torch. That was an amazing thing by Brock Lesnar. underestimated of how great he is in the ring in professional wrestling. So it was Brock's last match. You know, I'm gonna miss Brock because he definitely is someone I love to watch in sports entertainment and professional wrestling. But it was a great night. I'd give it an A minus, man. I think it was an A minus. It definitely felt like a premium live event, and it had a little bit of everything in this one for me. And I gave it an A minus. I don't think it was the greatest thing of all time. I don't think it's the worst thing of all time, but I think it did better than the last PLEs we've seen. I kind of liked it a lot better than PLE the first night of WrestleMania. So I give it that. And now we're going to talk about tonight's card. I can't wait for that one. Can't wait to see what we get here. It should be an interesting night. I'm going to go through it pretty quickly, give my predictions and my heart predictions. All right, I'm going to go with the Danhausen Dominic Mysterio match. Human Money's on a pole match. Yes. It's been a long time since we got a pole match, right? It is what it's going to be. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's going to be pure sports entertainment. And if you hate that matchup, then don't watch that matchup. Just pause it. Go do something else. Go do a run. Go do a walk while this match happens. But it's going to be pure entertainment. Yes, I think the segment of Danhausen and Joe Henry went a little too long, and I didn't really like the involvement of the celebrity, especially that celebrity, for different reasons. But Danhausen has been pretty money on the spot, and I feel like this matchup should be sports entertainment, and it should be fun. Dominic, he's going to embrace the ridiculousness of this stipulation, and I just hope Danhausen wins, but I wouldn't be surprised if Dominic wins, but my heart wants Danhausen. My brain thinks Dominic will use some sort of interference with the Judgment Day, and the human money that Dominic's going to get, it's going to be that new money that they're pushing. Fucking, they're actually selling money now, and you have to give your real money to get fake money. Whoever buys that, why? Don't do that. Don't do that. Just no. I'm okay. Maybe put a $5 in there, but not like a whole bunch of thousands of dollars. Then we get the Intercontinental Championship. Penta and Chad Gable, definitely going to be the match that steals the show if they allow it the right amount of time. Chad Gable, this is a moment for Chad right here. This is huge for him. It's in front of his fucking crowd. Penta's been champion for a good time. Almost all the year he's been champion. I think Chad takes this one. My heart says Chad. My brain can see both of them, but I think Chad too. I love Penta. Thinking about dressing up like him for Halloween. But Chad Gable's story, I think, continues here. And Penta, I think this is his chance to be done with the Intercontinental title, and you start to elevate him to the world title. That's what I'm thinking here. The U.S. title, Trick Williams and Baron Corbin for the U.S. title. Look, both guys are great. Both guys are great. Me being an internet fan, right? Me being an internet guy, complaining and all this and that, never stepping foot in the wrestling ring. I would have loved Carmelo to be included in this. Why couldn't it be a triple threat match? I think Carmelo is phenomenal. I think he's a great star, and I'm buying shirts, I'm buying his stuff. But Carmelo definitely, I think, should have been included in this one. But we'll talk about Trick and Baron. I think it's Trick. Heart says that Trick, and Brain says Trick. I think Trick retains. Baron Corbin's gonna give a good fight, but I don't think you take Trick's title. I don't think Baron Corbin is that guy to take the U.S. title, especially after you just made it trickified. You just trickified that title. A matchup that I'm also very excited about because I want to hope that Finn Bálor wins, and it could be the sleeper match of the night. I think it's going to be Finn and Sami here, and I'm going with Finn. Finn Bálor for the win. Finn to win, and my heart says Finn, but my brain says Sami because Punk is the champion. Even though Finn and Punk have gone at it before, but I guess they maybe want to go with the heel-face dynamic. But Finn has been building momentum, and he's been doing great. But Sami's been doing also great as a heel and all this bullshit. So either way, it can go either way. But I would love to see Bálor and Punk program because Cody's gonna looks like he's about to go at Randy. So give me Bálor, give me Punk. I'll take it. The Unk in me loves that matchup. The Unk in me love the Punk and Cody matchup, and Unk in me will love Bálor and Punk in a proper matchup. So let's go with that. But I could see Sami winning. And then we're gonna have the interim WWE Championship match in a ladder situation. There's a lot of things I want to talk about this one, but I don't got that much time. I'm just gonna throw it here. My prediction here for my brain says Jade Cargill because they're gonna want to set up Jade and Rhea again. And then my heart says let it be Chelsea fucking Green. Let it be Chelsea. It's gonna be an entertaining matchup. It's gonna be good. They have great people in that matchup: Charlotte Flair, Cargill, Stratton, Green, even Lash Legend. And I think Lash is definitely going to shine. They're going to make Lash shine. And I think Charlotte's going to be Charlotte. Jade's going to be there. Chelsea Green's going to have... She's going to be that fake out. She's going to be like, oh my gosh, she can do it. She can grab it. And no, Tiffany, I wouldn't mind seeing her do a moonsault. I think she might do a moonsault off a ladder. But we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I think it should be good. My heart wants Chelsea, but my brain's saying it's saying Jade. Unless Lash wins the title. And maybe, who knows, right? Who knows? And now the main event, the big spotlight, the big movement. A match that we've never seen before because Seth Rollins has owned Roman Reigns, even though Roman has beaten him a couple times. It's a great matchup, and we've seen it, but it's looking a little different this time. Not much, but a little bit different. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. Man, what can happen here? Anyway, I think it can go any way depending on Roman Reigns' situation. I think Roman retains. My brain says Roman, but my heart says Rollins. Because Rollins has been that workhorse for years and years and years. And Roman's been doing a great job too. But it depends on how long Roman's going to stay. That's the main thing. And I'm going to take Seth in my heart. And my brain, I'll take Roman. So if I had to put money on this, I'd go with Roman. I don't think Seth Rollins is going to form another group or get somebody's help for this one. I don't think he would do that. I think he's in his character right now. So I don't see him like starting a new stable or anything like that. I mean, yeah, it'd be great for shock factor and like, what the fuck? Why is the Vision back with Seth Rollins? But it would just make everything that we've seen for the last couple months stupid. Yes, Roman can get the bloodline and a new member of the bloodline can join, but it's like running the same shit over and over again. I don't know, man. Definitely going to be a great matchup, and he will for sure be given all the time in the world that he needs. And yeah, I'm hoping you guys enjoy night 2 of SummerSlam, and I hope it's better than night 1. But night 1 was pretty damn good, man. Night 1 was pretty damn good. And you guys leave your predictions, your comments. Let me know what you guys thought of night 1. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much if you came all the way out here to listen to all this. Thank you guys. Have a great night, guys. Thank you.